Who's a fat boy?
Hello, my listeners. How are you? I know I have taken a 2-week break from the podcast because I have been so busy trying to get ready for this upcoming trip on Sunday. It is finally here. I'm going to Maui in the great American state of Hawaii. It's been, I'm taking 2 weeks off, so I've been kind of working like a madman. And then I had a death in the family, unfortunately, so that kind of crunched my time even more. And that's just how life goes, though, right? You just got to, keep powering through. So here I am. It is Wednesday. This Sunday, I head to Maui for 10 days. Very excited about it. I hope you're excited because I'm going to be recording 2 episodes there next Wednesday. And then on the last Wednesday, the Wednesday after that would be the last Wednesday of the trip. And I will be recording one there. So, one to kind of start the trip, one to wrap up the trip. It's going to go fast. It's going to feel, who knows what my mood's going to be like. Lots of stuff to talk about that there's a lot to worry about when you're about to travel, especially to the United States of America. In the I'm going to a tiny dot in the South Pacific. That terrifies me. That's a lot of time over the Pacific. Plane goes down there. I'm pretty sure it's lost. You're not going to find me. You're going to be wondering if, I'm still doing the podcast somewhere on an island. I'll find a way. If I'm on a deserted island, I will be doing the podcast. It'd be great for my weight loss regimen. That's for sure. Because we all saw what happened to Tom Hanks in the old the movie about the ball Wilson, the movie about the ball Castaway. God damn it! So he lost a lot of weight. He even got some highlights in his hair. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but his hair went a little bit lighter when he got back. And so yeah, I'm not hoping the plane crashes so I can have lighter hair from the sun bleaching it. No, I don't. That's not what I want, guys. But I'm prepared. I have ideas to continue the podcast if said plane does crash. Oh my God, I'm so terrified of flying. No, it won't. You know what? WestJet, it's a very respectable chain of planes, and there haven't been any instances of that lately or in a long time. Maybe never with WestJet. I don't even know. Seems like there's a lot of flights. Have you ever, there's an app or something you can download and you can see all the flights that go out of North America in real time, and it looks insane. Just watching the whole continent, there's so many flights every day. It's crazy. It looks like, how do they not crash into each other? How does Breaking Bad not happen? How does a stressed out dad over a daughter who OD'd not cross the streams, a little bit? He should have listened to Egon. He didn't listen to Egon. Look what happened. Fucking kaboom, baby. So, yeah, hopefully that's not happening. Hopefully Q is, back to work and everything's fine. Just some deep Breaking Bad Star Trek references for you guys if you, happen to like both. I'll move on from that. But, yeah, so I am going to Maui. One thing that I'm a little worried about is something called lungworm, okay? I don't know why I followed George Takei on Facebook. I don't know why, because he's like a clickbait masturbator. Everything he does is shitty clickbait sites. I'm probably going to get that ransomware shit that's out now. That's a terrifying thing. I don't want to get ransomware. I'm just constantly thinking about it on my work computer. I'm like, oh, if that happens right now, I do not need that. And I do not want to pay bitcoins and shit to get my stuff back because, my work computer's hardly backed up. Who fucking cares? It's out of my hands, right? They're attacking other shit right now. Hopefully not the fucking poor people. So, sorry, I was talking about lungworm. Anyways, George Takei, he posted something about a married couple getting a parasite when they were on their honeymoon. And I was like, oh my God, okay, like I have to click this one. It can't be where I'm going. Sure enough, it's like fully centered into Maui, centered into a part of the island, Hana, which we are staying for 3 days. So we went through a period of high-strung paranoia, worry, regret for going on the trip, not wanting to get this lungworm parasite. And I'll tell you what lungworm is. It's essentially a parasite that comes in off of the slime of snails. So they get over, slugs. They get their sludge all over fruits and vegetables. And if you don't wash that shit, and they got lungworm, 80% of slugs there apparently have it, you can get this parasite. And the good news is that a human is an end host for it, which means that it will not sexually mature. It will die, but it goes right to your brain. So it might give you some meningitis. It might, some guy had to have some surgeries and complications and whatnot. So, it's a little bit to think about, but I think it's blown out of proportion. Millions of people have gone to Maui over the years. This has kind of been evident since 2005. My cousin just went there a couple months ago to Hawaii. He went to Oahu, and they didn't even know about it. He had no idea that it even existed. So, I mean, it's a spotted little clicky baity thing. But yeah, it just like the fact that we're going to Hana, it just makes me, we're going to be vigilant. We're going to wash our shit, make sure that, the good news is that we're like kind of staying in resorts and places with your own kitchen for your own food. So don't worry about me. Hopefully we don't pick any of that up, but you can't let that ruin the trip, right? Like that's ridiculous. So thinking about unfollowing him, cause like, this is it. This is enough, Takei. Okay. Hard to take you seriously when you're, going off about serious shit when you're shoving down this clicky dicky Ricky Chicky at me. Other things to worry about is probably Trump. A lot of shit going on with Trump right now. He's passing notes with the Russians. There's a part of me that's worried that, he's going to, let something happen to Hawaii to gain the confidence of the American people back. Because what America doesn't do during wartime is get rid of their president. They do not. That's how Georgie Boy stayed in, right? After the Iraq invasions, they ain't never ditching a prez during a war unless he dies like FDR, right? Or whoever, James Polk. I don't know how he died. Who cares? There's so many presidents that no one cares about, including Trump, but this is the world we live in now. So I'm going to a tropical state of America. I've got money. I've got an American credit card. I'm looking to have fun, look out at the ocean, and reboot a little bit because I'll tell you, I need a little bit of a reboot. I'm feeling pretty stale. I'm kind of hating my career. I'm hating the business, and I need to look out at a vast ocean and just kind of, I guess, remember what I want out of life. And it's good to get away. I think it's important. I feel a lot of guilt for going on a trip like this. It's my first kind of big trip like this in 8 years, where I'm not working and stuff like that. So, Christ, you got to take trips in this world. You only live once. You don't know what could happen tomorrow. Get out there, take a trip, see the world a little bit. It's going to improve your perspective and help, you come home and it'll be better for your job. So that's what I need to do, because when I come back, I got to hit the ground running. I got to get my voice career going and boost out of all this commercial shit and, into something else. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of going out for all these commercial auditions. I've done enough tours in that world. I'm just about ready to retire from it. So that is going to happen by the time I'm 35. That is it, folks. Last time you see me in a commercial, if I ever book again, because people, I can't seem to get past the callback anymore. Who gives a shit, right? Who gives a shit? How was your day? Good? What else we got going on? Probably you're wondering about my fitness. Hearing it on the monitors, I kind of sound like I've been chain smoking. I have not. It is just the start of allergy season, and that always hits me really hard. I'm so far so good, but I can see people are leaking out comments on Twitter and stuff. Their allergies are kicking in, so it will be a couple of weeks. Probably when I get back in June, it'll be. It's always June. That's a hell month for me, so. I'm preparing for that. I've got lots of shit to bring with me to Hawaii in case I have some sneeze attacks there. And you know what? I got to say, I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty excited about the trip. I'm not excited about the airplane food on WestJet, but we really can't complain when we're pretty much paying $150 per plane that we board. So, yeah, give me the Pringles and turkey, croissant, and a beer combo for $15, okay? That's not bad. That's okay. I don't want that to be my dinner, though, so, we're going to get there nice and early and, maybe get a nice Bubba Gump shrimp or something, Bubba Gump shrimp when we get to Hawaii. First place I want to go is Bubba Gump shrimp. They are a chain, folks. Get out there. See the world. Bubba Gump shrimp. So we are, we're going to be arriving into Maui at about 2 a.m. Toronto time, where I have to get a rental car and then drive about 40 minutes to our resort in Wailea, something like that. Which reminds me, I should call the resort and reserve a room. Here's a little tidbit for travel. One thing. Go to tripadvisor.ca when you book a resort and then read the comments and see where people are like, hey, this is a really good room. Try and reserve it. Okay? Because I got to do that. I got to call a hotel. I've left it a little late. Might not work out for us, but, you can... former patrons of the resort will tell you where you should stay for the, and why not make the most of it? A lot of people won't do that. They'll just show up and take whatever room they got. So I'm going to probably do that very soon, as in after this podcast. And what other tidbits do I have? Get a body wallet, okay? I've got one. I wear it under my shirt. That's where stuff goes. I probably shouldn't be saying this. Hopefully, Hawaiian thugs aren't listening to the podcast Fat Boy ahead of time, awaiting my arrival so that they can lift up my shirt and see me wearing my body wallet like a bra. And the more uncomfortable I feel in situations, I raise it up higher. When I was in Barcelona, I had to leave really late at night to catch a red eye, and it was literally, I was wearing it like a halter top. And, that's how I felt safe. So that's another tidbit for you. Depending on your comfort level, raise the body wallet up. Okay. And what else did I want to talk about as far as the trip? Oh yeah. Okay. So I like to talk about some of the fitness news going on and stuff right now. So, and I usually stick kind of locally, and I decided that why don't I go see what the world's writing about right now? Sure enough, I go to the Telegraph, which is a UK paper, and they got an article there that says a 2-week holiday could be the death of you. Study shows lazy breaks may makes muscles waste away. Okay, yeah. I understand what they're saying. If you're I've done an all-inclusive resort, but I will have to say I've done a lot of excursions when I've been at those things, and you do get your exercise. Yeah, you drink a lot and you sit on the beach. This shit pisses me off because Laura Donnelly is the author. Laura Donnelly, and yeah, okay, they've done some studies, and you go away and don't work out. Yeah, your muscles are going to waste away a little bit. But don't give me this shit like it's going to cause type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and potentially premature death. Can I go on vacation and relax? I got to read this shit? Oh my God. For those who don't exercise, avoiding prolonged sitting and increasing your daily step counts has clear health benefits. And don't you worry, folks. I'm going to charge up my Fitbit because it's dead. It died weeks ago and I just haven't plugged it in again yet. But I'm going to bring my Fitbit and I'm going to share with you how many steps I do. Because listen, folks, We're going on some major hikes. I bought hiking shoes from Sport Check, okay? That's how serious I'm about this. There's a little nub underneath the sole, and it's called a contour assist or something, and that's going to keep me like, I can scale walls, and I can use it to kill a cougar if I need to. That's what I'm going to do, okay? And we're going to get some exercise. We're going to be walking lots. Give me a sec. Can I sit on the beach for a minute? I bought a pop tent for the beach, okay? A cabana pop tent. Those who know me know I love any kind of pop tent. And we got one that is like a cabana one. You can get it on Amazon.ca, and it's fantastic. You can fill up the sides with sand to keep it anchored on the beach. You got yourself a little cabana. You don't have to get up at 6 a.m. to put your towel on the chair and get your little hut and all that stuff. No. Self-sufficient. That's what we are as a people now. We don't need to follow the rules. Sorry if I'm popping, folks. So anyway, yeah, I'm not going to let this article get to me. I do understand that, yeah, if you just sit in a puddle of mush and force mixed drinks down your throat, yeah, you're going to see a little bit of a difference in your muscles, of course. Who the hell goes away and, I guess a lot of people do just sit there. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be swimming and snorkeling and all that shit, wearing my 45 SPF as much as I can. If you came across this, if you're eating your crumpets and drinking tea and you're just trying to read the Telegraph because you're about to head on your trip, ignore this, okay? All I gotta say is, yeah, get a Fitbit and go for a walk, mate. Go for a walk, mate. Oh no, I'm Australian now. 10,000 steps, okay? If you don't get 10,000 steps, I'm gonna find you and I will kill you. 10,000 steps, folks. I'm pretty excited. I'm a little excited. I guess you can tell I'm pretty excited about things. Did you guys enjoy Darkman? If you listened to last week's episode, go back if you didn't and listen to after the end credits there where I play the little PodFat jingle, and you get to hear the Darkman trailer, okay? I wanted to test and see who stays with me right to the end, right till it runs out the dial. And it's very exciting to hear on radio an 80s movie that, starring Liam Neeson, for goodness sake. I totally forgot that he was Darkman. Goodness, maybe I'll have to rent that when I'm in Hawaii, or maybe it'll be on the American Netflix. Ooh, I'm excited to use that again. Thanks for shutting us down. Thanks for blowing our VPN, our beautiful system. We were living in such luxury where I could go to any country and watch Netflix there. I'd go to South America because that's the only place that had all the Rocky movies. And then I switch over to Switzerland and I can watch, Better Call Saul as the episodes air. It was just gorgeous. It was gorgeous. And then, what happens, right? They throw the kibosh down and then I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to cancel. This is it. And I didn't cancel, and I'm actually really enjoying the Canadian one. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff, and I'm also getting, we have Crave TV, which I'm excited about. I think the new Twin Peaks will be airing on there as well as on Showtime. That's really exciting, guys. I hope you're a Twin Peaks fan. It's a fucking weird-ass show. I really liked it. Came to it very late, and I'm very excited for the reboot. Also, Roseanne's coming back for like 8 to 10 episodes. That's pretty fun. They're gonna unkill Dan Connor. Let's just try and erase that whole last season because it was complete bullshit. Them winning the lottery was just the worst thing. It went against everything that show stood for. And then, of course, it was, they didn't win the lottery, and fucking she's just writing a book and Dan's fucking dead. Too much, okay? You looked at Dallas when they took a whole season and they made it a dream. That was fucked up. You lost a lot of viewers after that. We thought Bobby was dead. He's not fucking dead. He's in the shower with fucking Irish Spring, okay? You can't do that. And like fucking Dallas, that's like 24 episodes when they did that shit. 24 episodes, it was a fucking dream. It's like, where do I go back to? Where did the dream start? Like 2 years ago? God, if you're an older listener or some, a mother in the 80s, you would understand. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what happened on Dallas in season 9. Okay? So, in the spirit of America, because I am going to America and I am spending, I took $1,000 American, but it cost me about 1,400 Canadian to make that currency. In the spirit of America, I would try to, I'm hoping that when I'm there, I'll maybe interview some people, some locals and stuff, because I can just plug this little mic into my phone and, kind of do some streeter stuff. Maybe I'll do a nice little edit job or something. Hoping to do something like that, and kind of learn a little bit about the Hawaiian culture. How do they feel about, Maui's primary source of income being tourism? There's a lot of stuff that we got to be careful of. We got to respect the locals, the Aboriginals. We can't, when they're driving to work, let them pass. I don't know how I can tell who's an Aboriginal or something. That's a weird note that we got, but apparently they'll really stick out because they won't have a fucking car that says Enterprise on it, I guess. So yeah, anyone that doesn't have an Enterprise or a Hertz or an Easy car or whatever, just let them pass, okay? Watch for the decals. Oh boy. So yeah, as I was saying, in this, in the spirit of America, I'm going to be in America for 10 days, and it makes me a little scared. I don't like going to America very much. So I found another article, and I'm talking what is it, Today? Like the Today Show, I guess, or whatever the fuck it is. They got an article, and, someone comes up with one of these lists, right? The top 10 fittest cities in America. Do you guys think of some cities? I want you to, before I say them, I want you to go through some of your favorites and wonder, where are they in the top 50? Is Detroit in there? Is San Antonio? Is Birmingham? Stuff like that. Your favorite places, right? Raleigh, North Carolina. Alabama. Dallas, Texas. Who gives a shit? So and it's interesting when this is something that I find very interesting when they compile these lists, right? Because they like to hone in. They know America is very unhealthy. They have the fattest people in the world, highest obesity rates, diabetes, death rate going down. It's just they are the all-engulfing nation. Let's put it that way. So anyways, this list pretty much looks at a variety of health indicators, things like rates of asthma, diabetes and heart disease, obesity, smoking, availability of a farmer's market, and investment in public parks and playgrounds. Okay, so what should we do? Like Letterman or top 10? Okay, so we'll go number. Well, I'll just read down the fucking list. You got shit to do. We're almost done the timeline here. The top fittest city in America is St. Paul, Minneapolis, St. Paul. So that's in Minnesota. That's where Prince is from. He looked fit. Of course, when you got some mountains and shit around you, it's going to be a fit place, but that's apparently the fittest place. People are walking there a lot. They're out at playgrounds. They're having fun. They're throwing the frizz. They're playing bocce with some actual weighted bocce balls, not the shitty plastic ones. Get some weight to your bocces, okay? Number 2, Washington, D.C., fairly violent city, as I know. I'm sure there's a lot of running going on there. Seattle, number 3. Oh, my God. Well, can you blame them? Holding up those umbrellas and all that heavy rain? That's CrossFit, folks. So move to Seattle if you want umbrella CrossFit. San Jose, California. I don't know much about it. Sounds like a nice Spanish kind of place in California, San Jose. Might not be at all. Might be very, very white, but sorry if that's the truth. Not sure what they do there. Obviously, it's a lot of swimming, a lot of surfing, okay? A lot of surfing. Boston. Holy shit, Boston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boston's number 6. And you know what that's for? That's because they run the marathons there. And they do the big marathon, and they run around the streets, and then they got having, and they got yeah, and they got They got Mark Wahlberg, okay, and they got Wahlburgers. That's probably dropped them down to 6. Like, they were probably 4, but Wahlburgers came in, and people chubbed out a little bit. Denver, Colorado makes the list at number 7. Portland, Oregon, 8. Salt Lake City, Utah. What up, Mormon Nation? And let's not forget San Diego as number 10. I can't even think of what San Diego is like. I picture it kind of being like Hamilton or something. What happens there? San Diego. I just feel like there's no grass, and there's just it's just like, I don't know if you guys ever played Sim City on your Super Nintendo. I kind of picture San Diego looking like every one of those cities, just like blocks of buildings. But people like to run around them, apparently. Now, before I finish the podcast, we'll just quickly go through some of the bottom 10. This is where the chubs live, okay, folks? The most unfit city in America, according to this study, is where a certain butterfly likes to sting like a bee. That's right. His name's Muhammad Ali. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. That is the most unfit place because obviously, Kentucky Fried Chicken ruined them. Absolutely ruined them. People aren't exercising anymore. They're sitting there with a giant bucket every night, sometimes popcorn chicken too. But that's all they eat. That is all they eat there is KFC. There's no McDonald's. There's no Big Boy. There's no In-N-Out. None of that. It's KFC everywhere you go. You eat it every night. You bread it. You love it. Okay? You deep fry the bones when you're done. And then you chew them up for your dog. So, 80%, I read another article saying that 80% of Americans, 80% eat fast food once a week. And I think that's okay. I don't think that's so bad. Everyone's got a cheat day. Am I right? Everyone's got a cheat day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I guess I could tell you some more, Oklahoma, Indianapolis, Charlotte, North Carolina, Birmingham, Alabama, Memphis, Tennessee. See, these are all places in the South, and they like cornbread, and oh man, it's so good because they cook it with grease and not the bullshit flour and stuff we do up here out of the box. And it is delicious, and nothing like Southern cooking, but yeah, it's bad for your heart. Yeah, Southern cooking, not good for you. You're not going to live that long. So yeah, that's interesting to see. The North is healthier than the South. Interesting. Well, till the next Civil War, folks. Fun tidbits. Me on the battlefront there. That'd be fun. I am stoked. You can hear it in my voice. I can't believe, we're running almost 30 minutes here. I will shut it off so you guys can get back to this beautiful day. Hopefully you have a cherry tree outside your bedroom window like mine that is in full peak right now. It is blooming. It is beautiful. So, we're enjoying that. I got to get back to a little work, and I got to go to therapy. Fuck. I want to do that. So yeah. That's pretty much shaking the tree, I usually do the recap in the middle, but I'll just say that I haven't weighed because I'm scared to look at myself on a scale, but I feel a little bloated. I feel like I've been eating shit, and I should maybe bike to therapy tonight. I'm gonna think about it. Anyway, guys, have a good week. I will see you in Maui. So. Mahalo to you. Mahalo, my friends. Mahalo. Mahalo. See you soon.